Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. Today I'm going to share some of my secret cabins, specifically from Carnival Radiance. Now we have actually been on Carnival Radiance 10 times since it came back into service. When we were in San Diego, it was easy just to pop up the road on a Monday. We'd work on the weekends, we'd do a Monday to Friday, come back and work. So we've been in there many times, and as you get used to a ship, you get used to the cabins a little bit more. Every time I go on board, I try and sneak some cabin videos before everybody gets on and into their cabins, and I put them up on my channel. So I've been collecting these ones, and I've got my top 5 secret special kind of cabins on Carnival Radiance. A couple of them you've probably heard of and you know about, but it's just a refresher. All of these cabins, I have the full videos I'm going to show you, and they're on my channel as well, but I just took the video portion. I got 2 interiors, 2 ocean views, and a balcony. And on top of that, I'm going to share a secret one with you from the Vista Class ships. The one I'll show you is from Carnival Panorama. Little bonus at the end. I'm not going to tease it. I'm saying it now, so you keep watching. It's a good one. That's an interior, but it's a big one. So anyways, enough of this waffling on and rubbish. You'll know where these cabins are now. So in future, when you go to book these ships, have a quick look and see if these ones are available. Typically, you know, one thing I will add before I show you the videos, when you're looking at Carnival's diagrams, so go look at the ship diagrams. The PDFs are all over online. If the regular cabins are all shaped the same, every now and then you'll see like a box-shaped cabin or a different shape on the diagram. That typically does indicate it's a different shaped cabin. So just be aware of that. It is pretty accurate on that. So all the straightforward ones, they're going to be the straightforward cabins. Nothing wrong with them. But when you see the different shape, indicates a different size cabin. Sometimes it's good, sometimes maybe not so good, but these ones I think are all good, so check these ones out. All right, the first one I'm going to show you is not so much a unique cabin as a unique entrance to a cabin. You can't tell anything by the ship's diagram on this one, but cabin 2237 and 2241 are uniquely linked together by a little secret entrance. So you have a little bit of privacy. So if you have 2 couples looking for an interior and you can get these, then you come in through one door that you can close and you go into 2 separate doors a little bit in just for the privacy. If that doesn't make any sense, it will after you watch this video. Interiors 2237 and 2241 on Carnival Radiance. You go in through a private door and down into here. So it's not directly on the main strip, as it were. So they're basically fairly standard interiors, but you do have that privacy. Look at me being all professional with a beer can in my hand. That's how real people do it. So as you can see, this was set up for 2 people, twin beds. There's your TV, little mirror there, and your table. There's your power. Storage space. There's your safe. Life jackets. So again, nothing overly special about the room itself. Very standard interior cabin. And there's your bathroom. But the fact you have that privacy, because it is just off of the main drag, as it were. There's your thermostat. So if you had a family or some friends and you wanted a bit more privacy, these are the cabins you want to try and get. This one's set up for a couple. Or maybe one person who wanted extra room. Who am I to judge? Again, not a huge amount of cupboard space in these ones, but there's your safe. So again, I stress nothing overly special about these cabins, but what is special is the privacy. There's your fridge. And this may seem a bit rushed because I'm running around on embarkation day trying to get as many videos of cabins as I can. And there's your main cupboard space right there. So realistically, it's one of those and the one on the opposite side I showed you. And there is your bathroom. And as you can see, we're going to back out. You'll see a little private walkway leading up to it. And then you have a door that you can pull across right there. And there's the main walkway. And there's where you are, front of the ship on deck 2. All right, so there you have what's in the cabin. It's a 4B category Interior, both of them, 128 square feet. 2 beds that convert to a king. Obviously interiors. Just note there's an ottoman seat in there. That is not an ottoman couch, as it were. That is a seat. You've got 3 closets. So all that good information is there for you for what is in the cabin. Now, we're going to move on to my next one, which is a Category 4D interior at the back of Deck 5. This is the one we always try and stay in when we go on Radiance. So let's take a look. And there's 4 or 5 of these. Here we go. All right, so here we go. This is cabin 5349 on Carnival Radiance. It's an oversized interior that we love to get, as you're about to see. It's at the back of Deck 5, very close to the Alchemy Bar, the Red Frog Pub, Piano Bar. So it's in a really good spot. So we'll come in the room there. You can put your key in there to keep the lights on. If you take your key out, the lights will go off, be warned, but you can put like a business card or anything else in there. So as you can see, this is a nice big bed and it's a pretty large room for an interior. You've got your own desk there. There's your power outlets. A couple of USB ports. Now these are fairly new cabins on Carnival Radiance with the upfit that they did. And so they have extra power in there that you don't normally see in some of the other cabins. So just be aware of that. And there's your hairdryer. And there is your fridge. Oh look, there's a red stripe. I wonder who put that there. There's your laundry bag and your form to fill out if you do laundry. So a lot of storage space in this room for an interior. And there's your thermostat. And here is your Carnival standard bathroom. Even though it's a refurnished room or a new room, the bathroom doesn't look different. And even though you're fairly close to the Alchemy in that, you don't hear anything. Here's your cupboard space, some shelving there. I love the safe with the number code you use instead of sliding your card. More drawers there. And there's your regular cupboard space. Plenty of room for suits because this ship does 4 and 3 day cruises typically. So you don't need a huge amount of space normally. But there's plenty of room in here for everything. Your life jackets will be in there, extra bedding and all that good stuff. And there's also some extra power outlets up behind the bed. There's one right there in the light switch. Same on the other side. And there's a couple right above your head, right there under the picture. A regular power outlet and a couple of USBs. So there's one thing this cabin is not short of, it is power outlets. So as you can see, this is cabin 5349 on Carnival Radiance. It's at the back of Deck 5. I'm about to show you a map. But it's a large, oversized interior. Always the one we go for. It's Category 4D, so they don't overcharge for this one either. And here is where it is. There's one at the opposite end as well. All right, so that's cabin 5349 on Carnival Radiance. It's a 4D interior at the back of Deck 5. We love these cabins because of the location. We find them pretty awesome. It's really close to everything, not too much noise, oversized interiors, like I said, just really comfortable. And for us, they're perfect. So if you are looking for an interior and you don't mind being at the back of the ship, we never feel any movement, I would recommend looking at those. All right, next up, I'm going to show you what we call a 6J cabin. These are ocean views, and they are on several different ships. The ones I'm going to show you now are specifically unique to like the Radiance and the Sunrise, and then also you'll be able to find them on the Splendor. You'll also be able to get them on the Freedom, Liberty, Valor, Glory, and Conquest, I believe. So they're not on every ship by any means. These are huge window, as you're about to see. And I'm going to show you a video of the one on the Radiance, but they are on the other ships. And I believe there's 4 on each of those ships. So let's have a look. So this is cabin 9199 on Carnival Radiance. You'll come into the room there as you see it. And there's your storage area right there. And ahead you could see the window. Again, this is an ocean view, but it's a nice large ocean view. Some shelving right there. A nice little window. There's your TV. There's an ottoman couch. And there's your bed. And a couple of nice little chairs there to look out the window. So these will be at the very front of the ship, directly above usually the bridge. So you do have to close that window at night, but a nice large cabin. As you see, this is a connecting room, so there's the door to the other stateroom next to it. And there's your power outlets, USB and regular, and European. Nice little suit I have on today, huh? Some extra drawers there, little ottoman chair there. There's your fridge. And there's your hairdryer. And there's your bathroom, your fairly standard Carnival bathroom right there. There you go. They all look the same unless you're in a suite. Or some of the newer ships like the Havana areas and stuff. Spa. And there's your storage space. There's your safe. Some extra bedding. A lot of extra bedding. So you have 3 cupboards in there. Life jackets at the top. Some extra drawers at the bottom. So plenty of storage space in this cabin. So again, this is what they call a 6J ocean view. Maybe not as unique, you probably heard of it, but it's there's only very few of them in the fleet, so a lot of people won't have heard of them. It's nice to know that they are there and what they look like. So that's that. Nice cabin, huh? And that's where they are at the very top there in the red. You'll see there's 4 of them. And this is what you get in the room. Basically, they're 260 square feet, so you can see they're fairly large rooms. It connects to room 9197. You have a double sofa bed in there as well, so you can get 4 or 5 people in these rooms. Floor to ceiling window. So a nice big window there. So there's all your offerings there. The desk with the ottoman seat. You've got the sofa at the coffee table. You've also got those 2 chairs at the front that actually weren't listed there, but they probably should have. So that's the 6J. Now I'm going to move on and I'm going to show you what we call the 6K. If you notice, either side of those ones at the front were 2 larger rooms shaded in blue. This is the next level up from these, and wait till you see the windows in these particular 2. There are 2 on all of the same ships that they have the 6Js on, in this type of class, and the Conquest Freedom, etc., the Conquest class, and the one in the Splendor class. So you'll find them on those ships as well. But the next ones, be aware, some of the ships, there's a 3-person minimum. I believe on the Radiance, you need at least 3 people to get this room. But like on the Splendor, you only need 2. So definitely check before you book. Well, you'll know when you book because it won't let you. But yeah, so that's that. And then I'm going to show you a video of both of the 6Ks, one either side, because there is a slight difference, but it's quite a large difference between the 2. So here we go. Let's have a look at the 6Ks. All right, we'll start with cabin 9200. Apologies for the life jackets on the floor. I snuck in during embarkation, so I didn't want to move anything around. There's your cupboard space. Notice there's 4 doors there. That would be key in a moment. I'll show you something on the other cabin. In front of the huge windows there, you have that table and chairs. You've got the sofa bed. You've got your regular bed right there. Now, these curtains have to be closed overnight, so you have to close them every evening because apparently it affects the bridge, which is very close to you. Pictures on the wall. The only negative I would say to this room, if there could be such a thing, is that those rails might get in the way of you taking any pictures, but, you know, that's splitting hairs. So you'll see there's plenty of space in here. Bathroom right here. There's your thermometer. I was a little bit rushed, so when you see the other room, which is almost identical, just the opposite side, I'll show you more of the power outlets, where the fridge is and all that good stuff. So yeah, they were cleaning outside and I didn't want to stress them out. I know how hard the crew works. But there's your bathroom, fairly standard, as I say all the time. Now we're going to look in these drawers. Remember, notice 1, 2, there's cupboard space. Extra bedding down there. And then 3, 4. That's your safe. And one more space for hanging. So there you have cabin 9200. Now I'm going to show you cabin 9201, which will be slightly different. Again, apologies for not showing you the power in the fridge. I do in this one. A little bit rushed. Once again, life jackets on the floor. Boo boo! So this is basically pretty much the same cabin on the opposite side of deck 9 at the front. Everything's on the left as opposed to the right on this one. There's the bathroom. Pretty much identical. And there is your room with the windows, sofa bed in the back there, table and chair so you can sit and relax. Again, you do have to close these blinds at night. There's your table with the TV. Now I'm going to show you the power that I forgot to show you in the other one, but it's going to be in the same spot. And then the fridge, again, will be in the same spot in the other cabin, right there. There is one big difference between this one and the other one, though. I'm going to show you in a second. There's your hairdryer, which is in every cabin. And your laundry bag should be in the one underneath here. There you go. There's a little stool under there. But here's the one big difference I noticed. The other one had 4. This one only has 3. So you've got less storage space in this cabin than the other one. So bear that in mind when you're booking. I would probably try and get 9200 because you'll have more space to put clothes. Life jackets up there. And also remember, some of these cabins have a maximum capacity of, or minimum capacity of 2, and some have a minimum capacity of 3. It depends on the ship. And again, as I said in the first part of this, it's not on every ship. So just, if you're interested in these cabins, look at the list I showed you and make sure that you are looking at the correct ship. Email me, I can help you. So there you have 9200 and 9201. These are 6K cabins. Ocean views. Believe it or not, they are not suites. And just to show you where they are, there you go. There's 9200, the front of deck 9, and there's 9201. All right, and this is what you get in each room. Notice that it's the same description, except that 9200, as I showed you, has 4 closets. 9201 only has 3. I have noticed every time I've seen one available, it's always 9201. So people are savvy, and they book that 9200 as soon as the cruises are announced. So snag them while you can. There's only 2. They are a bit more expensive, yes, but you know, look at what you get. So almost a suite if you look at it in many ways. And 320 square feet is a large cabin. All right, last one we're going to look at on the Radiance before I give you my Vista Class bonus. There are some balconies at the back of deck 6. There's 4 of them, and at the back of deck 7 there are 2. And they have large, oversized balconies. Why do they have these large balconies? Because in the front of the room, they have a stairway where the stewards come down so they can do their cleaning. So as you'll see, it's a bit of a weird shaped room. But you may think there's a lot of noise from the stewards coming in and out. We've been in these rooms. We've never heard anything. So judge that for what it may be. We've never heard a thing. We love these rooms. And as you're about to see, the balconies are a nice oversize. So again, there's 4 of these at the back of deck 6, 2 at the back of deck 7. So again, get them while you can. They do not cost extra. Same price as the regular balconies. So let's have a look. All right, cabin 7416, Carnival Radiance. When you get to the cabin, you will find your ticket, your card, sign and sale card in that little white envelope. You will take it out. You will enter the room as such, and you will find your room as such. So this is a bit of a special balcony because it's the extended balcony. In the very front, there's an area where the cabin stewards come in and out, but you do not hear them. This is why the room is a weird shape. Here is all your storage space. There was a ton of storage space in this room. Your life jackets are down there at the bottom. And there's your safe. The infamous front to back dressing rack, shirt rack that I don't like. I wish it was side to side. I say it every time. Some extra bedding for the sofa bed. And yet more cupboard space. Lots and lots of cupboard space in this room. More than enough. Especially as this ship does 4 and 3 day cruises. Even I can't fill it up. Oh look, it's another one. Side to side this time. The way it should be. You notice that these shelves could be flipped up as well. And there is your fridge to make more space. Shelves, that is. Fridge is one space. And then here is your main desk with your power outlets. A couple of USB ports there by the phone. And a couple of regular power outlets there. Universal power outlets. And that is it in the room. So just be aware, there's your sofa bed. And there is your main bed. The shower bathroom is in the back. Again, a different shaped room this because in the front there is an area for the cabin stewards to come in and out. That's why you get this longer balcony. But here's your bathroom. As ever, a fairly standard Carnival shower and toilet. Not much to say about this because it's the same on pretty much every cabin. Well, not on the newer ships, but on the older ships. Pretty standard. And then here is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the balcony on this particular cabin. There are 2 on deck 7. There are 4 on deck 6. And they are regular price to all the others. This is not a costlier balcony cabin. That is your cabin, people. Again, you pay a little bit extra for some of the other balconies, but not this one. And you get a larger balcony because the front of the room has an area where the cabin stewards come in and out from upstairs to bring all their cleaning stuff out. But I promise you, you do not hear them. So if you get a chance to get these cabins, one on either side, or 2 of the ones on deck 6, and I have videos on them as well, take advantage of it. So there you go. Cabin 7416, Carnival Radiance. Lovely cabin. And here is where the cabin is located at the back of deck 7. You'll see the little grills in front as it looks like that's where the cabin stewards come in and out. Hence the room is a slightly different shape and the balcony is longer. And on the opposite side, you have cabin 7419, which is the same cabin on the opposite side of the ship. Again, unique cabins. There's only 2 of them on deck 7 and 4 on deck 6. All right, so there you go. There's what's in the rooms. I left 7415 up there. That's the one next to it, the regular balcony, just to show you the difference in the balcony size from 35 square feet to 75 square feet. So you can see there's quite the difference. And then there's everything else that is in that cabin. So that's all of my secret ones from the Radiance. I'm going to give you one bonus one. These are class 4G interior cabins on the on the Vista Class ships, Vista, Horizon, and Panorama. Different numbers depending on the ships, but they're all going to be in the same spot. So let's show you what we've got on the Panorama. 8420 is one of them. All right, this is cabin 8420 on Carnival Panorama. This is an interior, but an interior with a difference. We found out about this through the amazingly wonderful Dawn and Glenn, who showed me this cabin, told us all about it, because they stayed here while we were on board. And when we were back to back, I snuck in here and took some video. Did you notice what's different about it? It's big. There's the bathroom. But what you don't always see on interior cabins is an area with a couch like that off to the side. So for an interior cabin, you don't often see them this large. It's category 4G. There's my beer, opening the cupboard. There's your safe. Again, there's 3 or 4 of these on Panorama. There's a lot of hidden secret cabins around these ships, just knowing where they are and being lucky enough to find one that's available. So again, this is cabin 8420 on Carnival Panorama, deck 8, towards the Havana area. Without the Havana benefits, of course, but it's a large little interior cabin. There's your outlets. 2 USB ports over there, 2 main ones there. So again, a large interior, secret one. See if it's available if you're looking for an interior. Cabin 8420, that's where it is, towards the back. Those ones at the very back, they're the Havana cabins, and there it is zoomed in. Those 4 in the middle there, all of them. All right, so I just want to expand this picture out because you'll see at the back of the ship, there's another block of 5 of these cabins. So you've got 5 in the back in the light blue, and you've got 4 in the yellow right there. They're all oversized interiors, pretty similar to each other that you're going to see on those classes. Remember, the numbers can be different on the different ships, but that's the area they're all going to be in. And this is what you get. There you are, the 4Gs at 185 square feet, 2 twin beds that convert to a king. But the key is you have that little area on the side there where you've got the sofa and the desk with the ottoman seat and everything. It's like a little work area. You do not see that very often in interior cabins. So there you go. That concludes my little look at some special secret cabins. I hope you enjoyed all of those. And I will hand you back to me. All right, there you go. Some secret cabins on Carnival Radiance. And a bonus one at the end. Specifically, that was from Carnival Panorama. But they're on all the Vista Class ships. Not on Venezia, but on the Vista, the Horizon, and the Panorama. Just be aware there may not be the same cabin numbers on the Vista and the Horizon, but they're in the same sort of area, and you can tell which ones they are by the box shape that you saw on a diagram there. So yeah, have a look for them if you have the chance to get in any of those cabins. You know, I mean, it's fine if you don't. The other cabins are all perfectly adequate. These are just a little bit different and hopefully a little bit better. And we've been in them all, except the 6J and the 6K I showed you. We are booked in the 6K on Splendor for 10 days to the Great Barrier Reef next year. Very excited about that. And I'm also on a different 6J on the Elation. So, you know, the 6Js you just saw in the Radiance, there is a 6J category on the Fantasy Class ships, the Elation and the Paradise, but a much bigger window, kind of between the two, 6J and 6K. But anyway, yeah. Hope that was interesting for you and worthy of a video, and you enjoyed that, and you can look for those cabins going forward. And you can also subscribe to my little channel, hit that little bell to get notifications, send me any questions you may have. My email is coming up at the end of this video. If you have any tips, I do a Monday tips video. Please send me your tips. I need them, I share them, I have fun with them. I do not read them in advance, I read them live and I react live. So you know, try not to swear in them because you might catch me out. I just re-record it if you do. But other than that, I'll go with the flow. And if you have any cruising traditions, send them to me as well. And with that, I hope you enjoyed my little sneak peek at some special cabins on Carnival Radiance, plus one bonus. I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.